Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into the Jaguar I-PACE high voltage battery. We're going to be seeing what's inside. We're going to be also taking off the BEM module, that's Jaguar's battery energy module. After this is removed, the high voltage cover can come off. So if you've ever been intrigued to see what's inside one of these high voltage battery packs, stick along and we're going to get into it. So let's do it. Before we touch anything high voltage, we need to talk about safety. Now, it's very important when working on these high voltage vehicles that we're wearing the correct PPE, the right tooling, and we're following all the manufacturer's guidelines and specifications. Once we've verified that there's no voltage present, then we can start getting involved in taking apart certain components up until we reach a point where high voltage may be present. So if you're unsure, always seek guidance of a professional, or you may run the risk of hurting yourself. So we'll get back to the teardown. Now with the battery in the corner of the workshop, this is an isolated area. We've got the cordons set out around the high voltage battery. Now we're just going to quickly talk about some of the safety aspects when we're going to be testing. So this battery's already been tested. There's 0 volts available to, so there's no risk of anyone having an electric shock with this cover installed. We've verified that using a 2-pole tester. At the same time, we need to make sure that we're wearing the correct PPE. Now we're going to be using class 0 gloves. These are rated for 1000 volts. As well, you can use a insulated mat to stand on. This will give you extra protection. So next what we're going to do is we're going to get the high voltage battery lid off, but to do that we have to take off the BEM first. So we're going to get to that now. When carrying out the work on the BEM module and doing the removal, we will be using insulated tools and we will be using the class 0 gloves. Now the BEM has been removed, what we can have a look at here is we've got a few electrical connections at the top, which was underneath that cover. We have our main harness connector on this side, and underneath we can see our contact pins. So like I said, this is the BEM. Now what is the BEM? This housing contains working components of the high voltage battery management system. This includes the BECM, the battery energy control module. This holds the contactors and fuses to protect the high voltage battery circuit. That is word for word what Jaguar have put in their documentation. So this is what's going to protect the high voltage battery circuit. Now this is located underneath the passenger seat, so you do not have to remove the high voltage battery to gain access to this. This was primarily just because we've dropped the entire battery pack onto the floor. So next what I'll move you over is I'll show you what's underneath the BEM. Now located underneath the BEM is this control module. Now this is the BECM, the battery energy control module. Now what this will do is this will help control stuff like the module cell voltages, the temperatures, the interlock loop. It's going to monitor those. We're also going to measure current as well, using current sensors that are fitted inside the BEM we were looking at before this. Now, next steps we're going to do is we're going to remove the top cover. We're going to do a little time lapse of that, and then we'll show you what's actually inside this battery. As you can see, we've now got the battery cover off the top of the high voltage battery. Now what we can see at the top is we can see our main bus bars running down to the front of the battery pack. At the back, we have our base plate. Again, this is underneath the BEM module. We have the BECM, and we've got a couple of our cell monitor modules on the side. Service disconnect key at the back. Now, if I show you what's underneath these battery packs, or the cover, sorry, shall I say, so here we can see each of our individual cell packs. Now there are a total of 36 fitted inside the casing. This equates to 390 volts, and it is a 90 kilowatt hour pack. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove these 3 bus bar lines, moving all the way up to the back, and then this way we'll be able to get all of the covers off, and then you'll be able to see all 36 modules in one go. Now here we have the cover for the high voltage battery pack. I thought it'd be interesting to show you the membrane seal that runs around the outside of the battery pack. Now it's a foam material. It can only be supplied with the new cover. You can't get a new seal that runs around the outside edge. Important things to check out for are any signs of corrosion that could be passing the seal, ingressing into the high voltage battery. We need to make sure that these mating surfaces are cleaned when they are reinstalled or reconnected to each other, and if need be, sealing used as well. So that's quite cool to look at, is the entirety of the high voltage battery pack cover. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove these 3 bus bar lines, moving all the way up to the back, and then this way we'll be able to get all of the covers off, and then you'll be able to see all 36 modules in one go. Now I've undone all the bolts for the bus bars and the brackets that hold the lines down. I've also taken the cover off the end here and undone the 3 bolts. What we'll do now is we'll be able to lift these out of the way and then get these covers off. Now with the bus bars off and the covers removed, we can clearly see each individual battery, the module pack fitted underneath. Now there's 36 of these, each of them with a nominal voltage of 10.8. Put them in series, times them by 36 will total the 388.8 volts that this battery pack is rated for. Now in each of these module packs we have 12 individual cells. Now these are split into 3. Now the 12 times by those 36 fit in the car total 108. Now fitted inside the battery we also have these CSCs, these circuit supervisory modules. Now what these are going to do is one module is linked up to 6 of the batteries, and these are going to range from monitoring temperature, the voltage of the individual cells, i.e. in the packs of 4 that they're in to make up 12, and they're also going to monitor the overall battery module or individual battery voltage as well. Inside they also have resistors, so they're able to do the active kind of balancing of the module packs. So we have 2 fitted this side, 2 fitted this side as well. We have 1 here and 1 this side as well. Now when we're looking at these modules, we can see on one side we've got 1 connector here. This is going to have our communication lines, the power and ground for that module. And on the other side we're going to have 2 connectors. 1 connector is going to go off to 3 of the batteries, and the other connector, the other 3 batteries as well. And that's a quick look inside the Jaguar I-PACE high voltage battery. This is only a quick video, nothing too in-depth. We just kind of wanted to show you what makes up the high voltage battery, be that the BEM, the BECM, the individual batteries, the bus bars. If you want to see more in-depth battery work, then please hit us up in the comments and do let us know. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you found this video enjoyable and informative. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.